Hello everyone. In this video, I'll teach you the second application of dimensional formula, dimensional analysis. The second application is that to check the correctness of a given equation. Now, a given a sorry to not to, to derive the to derive to derive a equation to derive a equation. So we want to derive a equation by using dimensional formula. So I'll try to explain you this one on the basis of a question. So suppose a question is there. Suppose the time period of a simple pendulum depends on mass, length and acceleration due to gravity. How many factor? Time period depend upon mass, length and acceleration due to gravity. So we want to find the expression for time period of the simple pendulum. Now let us see the solution. So we already know that time period depend upon how many parameters? Mass, length and time. So time period depend upon mass. So time period proportional to mass of the pendulum, mass of the bob, length of the pendulum and acceleration due to gravity, and that is accompanied by a power A, B and C. So if you remove this proportionality sign, then one equality sign will be there and one constant will be there, K. M to the power A, length to the power B and acceleration due to gravity to the power C. Now we will try to put the dimensional formula of the given quantities. So what is the dimensional formula for time period? Time period dimensional formula is T only. K is the constant, dimensionless constant. And what is the dimensional formula of mass? Mass dimensional formula is only M. Length dimensional formula is only L to the power B. And acceleration due to gravity. Acceleration is LT minus 2. Acceleration is LT minus 2 to the power C. So what we'll get here? K M to the power. Only one mass is there, so M to the power A will be there. Length here to the power B is there and here to the power C is there. So if you add them, it will be L to the power B plus C and time to the power minus twice C. So this is the we have put the formula. Now in the left hand side you see only time is there. That means what? M to the power 0, L to the power 0 and T to the power 1. The dimensional formula time is only T is there. That means what? Mass to the power 0 is there, length to the power 0 is there and time to the power 1 is there, because anything to the power 0 will be equal to 1. So here we have not written m to the power 0, L to the power 0, because the value is always equal to 1. So if it is equal to 1, so if you do not write, then also it will be okay. Now comparing the power of M, L and T. So if we compare, what we will get? This one is equation number 1. What we will get? We will get A equal to how much? A equal to 0. B plus C also equal to 0. B plus C is also equal to 0. And here 1 is equal to minus twice C. 1 is equal to minus twice C. This implies that C will be equal to minus 1 by 2. So if I put here C, B plus minus 1 by 2 equal to 0. So that means B will be also equal to 1 by 2. So from here we have got the value of A, B and C. A value is 0, B value is 1 by 2 and C value from here is minus 1 by 2. So substituting in equation 1. If you substitute this value in equation 1, so what shall I get here? T equal to K M to the power A. What is A? A value is 0. L value is B value is 1 by 2 and C value is minus 1 by 2. So T equal to K will be there. This will be 1. L to the power 1 by 2 is there by G to the power 1 by 2 is there. So if you simplify more, k root over L divided by root over G will be there. So T will be equal to how much we'll get? K root over L by G. How much we got? T equal to K root over L by G. Now, in SI system, K is equal to twice pi. If K is equal to twice pi, then if you put here, time period is equal to twice pi root over L by G. So this is the dimensional formula for, this is the formula for time period of the simple pendulum. So that means you can see that if you know the time period depend upon how many factors, then you can directly formulate the formula for time period. What is given to us in the question? Only given that time period depend upon mass, length and acceleration due to gravity. So after knowing that, you can see we have derived the formula for time period, that is T equal to twice pi root over L by G. I hope it is okay to you. One homework I am giving to you, I am dictating it, so you try to do it, try to complete it. So you can write the question. Centripetal force acting on a particle depends on mass, velocity and radius of the circular orbit. Full stop. Calculate the expression for centripetal force. So you do this question and yes, copy it in your copy, and you see in this exam chapter 1 and chapter 2 only will be coming. So remaining portion were there, it will not be coming, only because we have completed chapter 1 and chapter 2 in the class. That is why chapter 1 and 2 will be coming. In the next video I will come up with the third application of the dimensional analysis, and a little bit with the error I will come. So error and significant figure will be completed in the other videos. Thank you very much.